Hope you're doing great out there. Andy Globe is my name. If I'm right in the suggestion of things, we are live at the moment on my YouTube, and you will see my Cubase. Let's check out. Yeah, I think it works out. The beautiful blue screen of Cubase music um, production sequencer from Steinberg. Um, yeah, I thought making a little live. I came up with the idea in Berlin once, 10 years ago or something, to do that live concerts, at least for me or myself, for the guitar and more. And now I came, or I've seen the possibility on Facebook and stuff, and it enhanced by itself. Maybe why not producing live now um, over the internet and more. And I think it's an incredible opportunity. Like I said once, thanks to Facebook and YouTube and WordPress and all these other providers and makers in the background for given possibility to do so. Yeah, let's check out now my screen. Yeah, this is Cubase, and start maybe with how to do a project in Cubase, or at least how I do a project in Cubase. You have on the left side the spot. It says in German Datei. I don't know the English word for it, but you will recognize it, of course, in the doing kind of Datei, and then you go on New Project, and then it will open up the. You can close it if you like. So if you start Cubase, you will see this just the blue screen, and then you will type in German it says Datei, new project, and then you go maybe with empty. But now let's check out my doing. Yeah, this I think this the pro version of making a project. If you do a project into your hard drive, you have the main register. In my case, it's the Tensio D. And if you now do a project, it folds everything in the main spot of things. If you have a lot of projects, it can be that some files somehow gets missed, and he will, or the computer will relate on the whole hard drive on the Tensio D. So what I do, I started to do registers kind of March, May, June, July, and stuff. So I always can kind of recommend on um, what I did, um, at least with the big pencil. So to find the register and the folder more quick and more exact. So create folders like 2024 June, what we are at the moment, kind of, and then I'll go into build me these registers. So you start with a new project. Of course, I always do empty. You can have a couple of decisions of the sequencer, but I do always with the empty. And then I go into this folder. Now he asks where to put the new project, and he will set up a folder and register for it. And this is why I came up with the order. This is now the 2024 June. So he do the main register on this underfolding section. And this is the great thing. He will do an audio and image folder to this separated spot instead of the whole main hard drive section on maybe somehow on terabytes or more. So you always have a good goal and a more difficult register later on. So now you have an empty spot with nothing on it. It is now the clue I was teaching the whole program by myself kind of. What you need now is an audio or a MIDI file. If you bought a MIDI keyboard or something that you can play melodies into your Cubase, um, of course you have the sound card and everything plugged in. Then you need, at least in my understanding or how I do it, either an audio or an instrument or MIDI MIDI line or MIDI input. At the moment, I'm doing this Catron thing, and I play everything analog. So I will go for an audio, and what I do is I do both. I do mono and stereo because of the availability to mix the thing or to have more possibilities later on in the mix or in the producing. So I do mono and stereo, and I do a MIDI because I can later on combine and script or script the melody and giving out more exact. So we have everything proper, set up the buses. And we're good to go. Now you can compose, record, mix, and develop music and musical ideas if you like. On Cubase Steinberg. What you need now, I will explain later on, maybe more to that, how to make a beat, what is the how to what is the thing you have to recognize, etc., etc. I go most of the time now at the moment of my music journey and study with the 120 because it's a very it's a very universal um, rhythm um, scheme kind of. You cannot really go wrong with the 120. Everything fits to the 120 beats per minute. So if you do hip hop or you do pop or you do jazz or you do classic or whatever, at least in my foundings or in my inventions, I think with the 120 you're always kind of good to go. Let's have a listen of the. That's kind of the beat. I think most of the time they're doing dance music, the 120. So that's the thing. We have back and talk back effect on it. Sometimes you have to play around with these signs here to get a more better signal. Now it's more clean. Yeah, now you can play melodies into your DAW, I think digital audio workstation, what is this enhancement is called. Now what you need is a record button, and now you can make the lines sharp, and now you can play music into your Cubase. Let's go for some mellows if you like. Now I can choose melodies or instruments from my Catron keyboard. I use the Babyface. Don't want to do too much commercial, but just give out what my experience is of tools. A lot of great, of course, thousands um, of great providers of audio equipment. Thomann, Music Store, and I don't know how many stores in the internet available, um, which do a serving of audio equipment. Choose by your ear. Listen to a couple of them, and yeah, it's about personal taste. I came up with or I came in touch with the Babyface from RME, and I use it maybe for 10 or 15 years now. It was like 500 or 600 euros, I think, something around that point, and it still does a great job for having great audio transmission um, in terms of putting something into your computer. You will need that as a sound card that, of course, travels or provides sound into your DAW kind of. And I use the Babyface of RME. It has a bit of sound. I heard once from the Mackie 8 Bus, what is a great console. I heard once the or Ice-T, the famous Ice-T, did his records most of the time with the 8 Bus from Mackie. I think it's a great console, 32 channels, or it was in 24 channel as well, surround. Um, yeah, has uh, a particular sound to it. It's very crispy, and it reminds me a bit of the RME. I heard once they yeah, they shake hands a bit in terms of sound. So I think the RME or the Babyface sounds a bit like the Mackie 8 Bus. So you have a bit the sound of the it's a bit the sound of the I think the crisp of it, the sound a bit of the Ice-T, and Mackie 8 Bus doing, if you like, at least in my ears and understanding of things. Yeah, so let's choose an instrument and play some cool mellows for myself, for music productions, and for artists, um, universal wise out there, even for commercials. If someone of you guys is out there, say, hey, Andy Globe has cool mellows and stuff for my project, melodies for my project and for my business, or however, whatever. Um, this is for you as well. If you like something from my um, desk, you're hardly invited to um, catch that kind of, if you like. There's a set card somewhere around my post on Facebook, Twitter, on YouTube, where you can contact me easily. Um, yeah, and let's go from there. Prizes and stuff, I think I'll do it with God and my experience of being an artist, of develop myself as an artist is like money is not the main point of things. I think God is. So everything is yeah, enhanceable and regulatable in that staying with God lane, I think. So yeah, let's meet us at God's porch, kind of, and go from there. So yeah, let's start now with the um, playing some mellows into the Cubase. Was a great one. Let's do a saving now. Kind of a new folder. Just go in that folder, tune what we created. Um, and I do kind of given the date from today's kind of in German we say 29/6/2024. I think in some parts of the world, in the US and I think in English speaking um, sections or territories, they I think they twist the 29 and the 6 um, a bit, but this time I go with the me educated version with 29/6/2024. Um, Tune, let's give a name. I say melodies for using, for example. Then go with the slash, or I copy the um, the name. Now go into that folder and I do the kind of cloning the word, and then I say mix one. This is how I do it. And now you saved the mellow, the project. Yeah, it's a great melody. It reminds me now a bit on the what is the name? The famous name of the song. I think Ray Charles. I think you always hit the somehow similar melodies with 88 keys or more. We have I think 16 keys on one octave, and the rest is octave. You can of course polish these melodies or riffs or bow these melodies and riffs to a new um, not really heard one so far. Whatever, maybe there's another treat. So play more melodies we choose accordion. It says tango on my Catron keyboard Audio 5. Another nice one. How to arrange music. There are a lot of possibilities how to arrange music. What means arrange in music? Um, Arrange in music is kind of making a song interesting for your ear in in an in a specific um, of time. I think if does it makes sense in English. You try to um, you try to make phrases interesting that you will say I can listen to this 2 or 3 minutes or more or short by not feeling bored, kind of skipping the track, etc., etc. There are a lot of methods of arrange music and how to arrange music. I will explain a couple of them in my treats, in my yeah radio, um, if you like, here and there, and maybe more of that in some specials. Um, yeah, let's hear about later on. Now we are in the moment on a 3 to 1 section. I think 3 to 1 is a very common way to arrange music. It will come to you by playing the guitar or playing the piano somehow, and it's yeah, like I said, it's very natural, and it's um, it's a cool way to arrange music. I think they have a lot of it of the 3 to 1 in the song. I think Santa Esmeralda, and I think Los Lobos, I think is the name of it. I think they used a lot of the 3 to 1 method. If you type the songs in YouTube, um, if I'm in right suggestion of things, you will recognize. I think they will, or they used a lot of the 3 to 1 method. This is what I do at the moment as well, 3 to 1. So let's go for more. Now we have two cool mellows of accordion, single ones. Now maybe go with some chords. nice, nice samples in a musical language, if you like. Sounds a bit to me like that Ocean Way drums. If somebody knows of you a little bit, the studio history and more, there's a big studio in the United States. It says Ocean Way in Los Angeles. I think that maybe they have some more um, um, recording facilities all over the world and place. They brought out a plugin. What is a plugin? Digital tool to produce music. You will see this MIDI file. You can later on you can have a plugin into it, and they serve kind of analog played and recorded instruments in a digital environment. So you can, for example, say we have a drummer um, that played cool drums um, in Abbey Road or Ocean Way, and they recorded this drummer, and they put a plug into it that you can say you have this drummer now on your MIDI, so you can sit like I do at the moment in Böblingen, Germany, and play this drummer in my musical project, or at least the drums of it. And they made a plugin. I don't know what the name is or was. I think Ocean Way drums. And it sounds a bit like it has a bit of feeling of it. They were the plugin or the audio samples of it were very exact and raw. And this is what these samples, I think, um, serve as well, sound wise, at least to me. Unquantized, unmixed, um, um, yeah, um, and untouched so far. Now we have to make sure, if you haven't read Spot, I don't know if you see my player, but I think you see my mixer. And if you have a red sign or a red spot somewhere above this line, you have to turn up or turn down the volume a bit, or make a limiter in your bus section, or in your desk mixer section, because of distortion. If it's too much in red all the time, the signal is maybe a bit too crushy. That is hard um, for having a use of it later on. So down the volume a bit, that you will not really have a serve of the distortion, at least in my understanding of doing music and more. Yeah, sounds cool, sounds great. Nice radio hits, if you like. Thanks God for it. Early on in my younger days in this music producing um, live and section, I always put down a limiter. What is a limiter? You can have, or Cubase serves a lot of plugins for the mixing and audio tooling as well. These are all on board, um, and you can, for example, this is an audio compressor, have a limiter onto this signal, so he will serve an zero brick wall to it, that this distortion cannot really have a servant kind of. He will, or it will, brick wall this minus 1.75 by this limiter and compressor. In my now analog producing, I don't like really. I have to grab me a cup of water. Um, in my last minutes of this transmitting, because I think half an hour what I came up with is like half an hour and then make a break for concentration and more. Yeah, I don't use the limiter at the moment of my producing um, that likely, because I found out the analog producing has a, that good sound that the digital coming back of things will wreck me a bit my analog doing my analog chain or analog chaining. So more likely set down the volume instead of serving the signal with the digital limiter again. I think the sound is more lively um, that way. Just beautiful. And then the other way around. Good for a new radio hit, if you ask me. Sounds like a great chart hit to me. Well, let's have and doing so. Yeah, just if you want to play something below this former, just do the same thing. Open up um, a new register, a new bus to it. Serve your entrances with the right buses, if you like, and go from there. Let's for later on give it a name, Tango, and the accordion section. And I always give the date to it. and so on. Yeah, let's check out later on the tunes and the arranging of it. But the big fans of things is done, I think, or the big fans of things. Let's go for a saving. Yeah, maybe one melody more, and then I think I'm out for this radio at the moment. As well, all your more grown or more older people, you're hotly invited to join my radio um, with themes from God to making music to sport and life of an artist, etc., etc. as well. If you sit somewhere and feel bored, I always say if you have a coffee um, and have internet ready, you're hardly invited as well to join my um, radio and um, blogging, etc., etc. I don't know if this is allowed on these senior spots, but if so, if you have a mobile phone, maybe you just have to have some ear or some ear speakers, some earplugs um, ready or similar, and you're good to go. Just go to Andy Globe on Google. If you have the Google sign, just type in Andy Globe and YouTube, the YouTube sign, and you will get guided to my channel. You see it on my picture. There's a guy that looks very similar to me, and there's somewhere a section that says live section um, or the latest videos, and just type it with your cursor, and you're good to go, I think. For people out there who want to provide my content, besides um, um, the, the copyright or the law proclaiming of the samples, kind of if you want to buy some of these melodies or want to have these melodies, just by enjoying my um, content, you're hardly invited, of course, to donate something into my bank account if you like. This is something I do, of course, for making a living. I'm an artist, and this is what I bring to the table in terms of being a member of the society. Um, I do music. This is my new thing, doing radio shows, doing music shows, and of course doing, if you like, a bit teaching and give my advices or my um, education, my um, what I learned so far to you um, for of course, if you like, donation, how to make beats, how to make instrumentals, how to compose music, etc., etc. This is kind of my online course, if you like. But for more, you're hardly invited to listen to it for free as well. I know my own history, kind of. I started out with music, and I have, of course, not the money around for buying Cubase and more. So everything developing under God and live. Maybe later on you're all invited to listen to my stuff as well for free. There is um, there is no regulation about it, and my thing stays free because of people who not really have a coin ready at the moment. They will do it maybe later on. Like me, I bought Cubase and all these plugins a couple of years later than um, when I was recognizing, or by recognizing I want to do this for my life, I want to do this for living, etc., etc. Or how I came up with this music thing. I get my first cassettes as well from people by not buying these tapes. Maybe I bought them many years later, but at the moment I was as well with the cheese appetizer instead of buying the whole package like um, they have it most of the time maybe in the supermarkets. If my English is correct and I'm in right suggestion of terms. So yeah, go for more last final melody, and then I'm out with the live for now. You're all invited to join my Facebook as well. I have something a bit of jewelry, if you like. Um, what is a nice artist enhancement as well, at least in my path, in my way at the moment of being an artist. Bought me a nice watch. I will post pictures to that on my Facebook. Um, I'm having joy with it. Never thought about to do so, but yeah, if you do something, everything comes back somehow. And I do my music and my art for yeah, kind of 10 to 15 hours every day, or I'm in my zone kind of 10 to 15 hours every day. And this is more for nearly 18 years, kind of plus minus now. So everything comes back somehow. All the love and appreciation you give out will come back somehow. I say, or my new poem or my new thinking is everything gets regulated by the sunrise. The sun will um, set its terms. So your sweat and everything you will put in somehow for something will get back to you by that cloud that will rain down somehow, kind of. If God say so. Best final melody. I don't know if we should choose the or change the register. Yeah, this is something I will build, or I want to build me up for when I'm get more older or more old, sitting somewhere in the Mediterranean Sea, or in America, or somewhere, or in Böblingen, or in Berlin, that I always can relate to, do what I love, and share it with people. This is, I think, a great coming down of the internet. If you're 80 or 100 years old, you can still open up your internet and be productive. You can still doing something if you like, and this is what I want to do later on with the guitar as well, giving concerts and more about the internet. Even if God say so, if I'm 80 years or 100 years, um, old, I can still share my experience and give um, my studies in life to people who want to listen to and enjoy that. And this think is a great opportunity what Facebook and Twitter and YouTube um, is serving to do so, kind of. So maybe if things gets more nice and nice, like I said, I can do this in the Mediterranean Sea somehow, giving concerts, if God says so, with 80 years in front of the web mic and webcam and more. And this I think is a great thing to appreciate, and a great and a great um, a cursor or precursor to maybe do the same. Never be afraid of something. Go with God, stay with God, and He will protect you. Don't be afraid and don't have fears to say what you feel and to spot the light, kind of. I think the at least in my understanding of things, the most liberal part or real life part in life is to say what you feel and to express what you like, um, kind of. And this is just courage, but this is just, I think, live at God's porch and stay or try to stay with God, and He will protect you from these fears and from, these steps to hide or not to do so. I was reading the Bible a bit. Like I said, this is. If you ask me, I have I proclaim the God from the Bible. This is how I get my strong at. I think God is universal. This is not really one book, and you don't have to expect God. You should not vision God. God is everything, kind of. Um, but what gave me power, or still give me power, if you like what I'm doing, is I have it from God, if God says so, because I try to stay with God, and I reflect on the Holy Script. Maybe not all of it, but parts of the Holy Script always come to me, that gives me the power to let go things, to say, "Hey, I'm not the boss. God is the boss," and I'm appreciating my life, and I'm appreciating my freedom and my liberty. What life is served me by doing my thing, and this is what more you don't really have to know. Everybody has, or has its own life, and life is kind of colorful. But on my porch, on my ranch, kind of in my house and surrounding, I can say I wanna have it like this, and the peace with it is, I think, um, what God is really given out to let go, to say, um, you should not count too much on the money, and um, because God is feeding you, you don't have to be afraid. There is a God, there is something that is bigger than you, bigger than maybe just this life or your life. And yeah, so I give out, read the Holy Script a bit, and stay with God, and you will have peace and liberty in your life. And I think this is a great, and yeah, a great um, opportunity to do so and to find your peace in life. Stay with God and give it, yeah, to God, and it will have a reflection of these points again. So the last melody in Tango on my Catron keyboard, then I'm out for now. Maybe some abstract. Let's try new, um, some new ways. Yeah, more of it. Has something a bit of child songs like we have in the kindergarten or in the in the first years of school. Maybe something for someone who is writing um, songs for kids or something. If you have a cool lyric to it, maybe you have an evergreeny song. maybe some experimental, sounded maybe like a song for drunken um, um, sailors or something. Maybe some funny. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little radio. I think I'm out for now. More to it soon, if God says so. Have a great Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Andy Globe, bye bye.